February, January, but this is it. So last day. Okay, I'm gonna remove this thing from my face. So it was fun while it lasted, but yeah. All right. So again, your objective is a little bit different. It says you can solve multi-step proportions. Now technically yesterday's was multi-step, but this has an extra step. Okay. Now if you got headphones in your ears, you should take them out, please. Thank you. All right, so everyone's with me. All right, if you don't mind, please. Okay, so same process. What did we learn yesterday? What was the method to solve these? You can call it butterfly method, or cross multiply and divide is the mathy way to say it, right? So I like to show it by circling the things that I'm going to cross multiply. Now, when you cross this way, 10 times 7, I think we know how to do that. 10 times 7 is what? Thank you. All the people that have been here half a year, you should also weigh in here. If you're looking at a phone, put it away, please. So, 70, bring down the equals. Now, this part looks a little bit weird, but you can do it. Here's how you do it. You have a 3 times a 2x minus 4. That is called a binomial. Think about putting that in parentheses. That whole thing is times 3. So I'm going to write 3 parentheses 2x minus 4. Okay? So does everyone see how I got those numbers? I did 10 times 7 to get the left side 70. And then over here, I did 3 times parentheses 2x minus 4. I rewrote it because it kind of looked ugly. All right. Now, what do you do when you have a number in front of a parentheses? What's that called when you do that thing? Distribution. Distributive property. Distribute. Okay? Yes, let's distribute. So I like to show with little arcs of 3 to 2x. Now, what do you do to these numbers? What's the operation? Multiplying. Okay, does everyone know? Distribution is multiplying, not adding. Okay, so 3 times 2x. 3 times 2 is 6, so we get 6x. Remember, when you multiply with an x, you got to write the x for sure. Now, 3 times negative 4 is what? $12 is close, but since it's a negative 12 or minus 12 here. Now, bring down 70 on the other side. We are left with a two-step equation. Okay? X is on the right-hand side, and we've learned you want to get rid of the loaner. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. You must show your work. So at this point, you might think, oh, nsolve, which I don't mind nsolve to check your work, to check your answer, but you got to show me the work to get the credit. I'll say it again. I have a no work, no credit stamp, and I don't want to use it, but I have to, I will. So let's show our work. To get x by itself, I need to get rid of the loaner, which is what? Okay, that minus 12 has to go. The opposite of minus 12 is plus 12, okay? Notice, I wrote it on both sides. I cancel out what is opposite, and now I'm going to add. 70 plus 12 is 82. And then I'm going to bring down 6x, okay? Last step, 6 is a coefficient. It's right in front of x. It's being multiplied, so the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So again, to get rid of that last coefficient, we divide on both sides, divide by 6, and I get 82 over 6. Now, you are allowed to use your yellow calculator to do computations, and if you did use 82 over 6 as a computation, you would get a fraction, 41 over 3. Remember, to get the decimal, you have to press Control Enter. You hit Control Enter, it'll spit it out as a decimal, okay? So again, just to do it one more time, 82 divided by 6, Control Enter. 13.6 repeating is going to round the 6 up to 7. So we're going to write 13.67. We're rounding to the hundredths place, the second decimal point to the right of the decimal, okay? so again, yesterday we did more basic proportions, which you may have already done and turned in. If you didn't, you'd want to do that today. And I'm going to put those in the blue bin in the back. If you're new, where I'm pointing over there in the back is where I put all the papers by date and by name over by the black filing cabinet. But what if, like on number 2, what if you have 2 binomials, 2 different variables and constant expressions? Well, it's going to be very similar to the first one. You can do it. So let's try this together. Once again, butterfly method or cross multiply and divide, right? So if I do cross multiplying, here's my cross 3 and x plus 2. So I'm going to write that 3 parentheses x plus 2. Bless you. Bring down the equals, and the other cross 2 and 2x minus 5. So 2 parentheses 2x minus 5. Cool. So you have your both multipliers. You write it out, and now just like last time, we distribute. You have to multiply into the parentheses. So 3 times x, 3 times 2. Okay, so 3 times x is what? 3x. 3 times 2 is, bless you, 6. And then on the other one, 2 times 2x, 4x, 2 times minus 5, or 2 times a negative 5 is a negative 10. We write it as a minus 10. Okay. So again, you write them out, distribute, and now it's about solving. Let's see what we remember. When x is on both sides of the equal sign, do you combine them or do you get rid of one? What do y'all think? Okay. We get rid of one. You combine them when they're on the same side. But since they're on different sides of the equals, you have to get rid of what I say, get rid of the smaller one. A little bit easier, a little bit. So the smaller x is 3x. Let's get rid of that positive 3x term. How do you get rid of a positive term? What do? Subtract, right? So to get rid of this 3x, whole positive term, I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides. So let's do that. Minus 3x, minus 3x. And those 3x's on the left canceled out. So let's bring down 6 equals. What's 4 minus 3? 4x minus 3x. What's that? Yeah, there's only 1x left over. So I'm going to write down that 1x and then bring down the minus 10. Last step. X is already without a coefficient, 1x. I just need to get rid of this loner, minus 10. What's the opposite of minus 10? Plus 10. So I'm showing my work, all the steps, because I want to get all the credit. You know what I'm saying? Opposites cancel out. 6 plus 10 is 16, equal sign, and then x. And that's it. So I have my 2x equals. You can flip them around if you want to. That's it. So yesterday's were basic proportions. You didn't have all these extra distribution steps. If you weren't here yesterday, I can get you the assignment, or you'll get it in the blue bin here in a minute. But what I'm going to do is pass out today's assignment. It's only one-sided because I know yesterday's was kind of long. But I'll pass this out. Use this information to help you complete your assignment today. Cool? Here we go.